Hello friends, welcome back into a new video. I'm Divik and holy cow, it's been a while since we've actually done some Paleo Ark stuff, haven't we? There is quite a bit, and there's also, it's been rather quiet lately on the old Paleo Ark front. As far as public information, we the donators have been getting lots of insider information. In fact, just today we got some juicy information about Evo Bronto that you're not going to want to miss. Now, of course, if you want to know all the information is earlier than anyone else, become a donator. The link to their Ko-Fi will be in the description below. Check it out if you haven't. But of course, there's a lot of creatures coming out this year, hopefully, not only in quarter 1, but also quarter 2, over the summer, and in the coming months. In fact, let's make this even easier on all of us and have a look at the old progress tracker, shall we? It's been a while since I busted out the progress tracker, and we haven't talked about it in quite some time, so let's actually get that thing out. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to cut this, and we'll slash cut right into the progress tracker, and we'll continue on from there. Sound good? Sound good. All right, let's go. All right, my friends, welcome back to the progress tracker. Again, it's been a long time since we've had a look at this boy, haven't we? So let's get into it. What do we have here? Now, Allosaurus at the top of the tin here. Well, it's not on the priority list in any case. If you're new here, here's the key. Now, here is what each of the different colors means. Red meaning not started, yellow meaning in progress but not yet completed, green means completed, dark orange is a top priority creature, and light orange, more like a cream colored, this is a second priority creature. Now, release dates have been given when a majority of the work has been completed, and we are confident enough to give an ETA of when the creature will release into the base game. Now, right here, I'm not going to read all of it because blah. But here is, what each step of the process means. I'll go ahead and leave it on screen here for just a second so you can pause. And if you're interested in any of this information, is right here on the screen. With that being said, let's scroll back over now and get into the creatures. Now, Allosaurus is yellow in the sculpting phase, and it has a projected release date of late 2025. And Kylosaurus, we got a light orange here, is at the animations stage and is slated to release in May of 2025. Araneomorphus, which is the spider, and Baryonyx are to be announced. Now, Brontosaurus and Carnotaurus are slated to be released in late 2025. As far as progressing is concerned, the texturing, animations, and dev kit setup for Brontosaurus is almost complete, looks like. Carnotaurus is in the yellow for sculpting, and Diplodocus is right here also in sculpting and is slated to not have a release date, actually. Wait, does it now? Oh no, that's Dilophosaurus, I'm sorry. Diplodocus is late 2025. Now, Dunkeluncle and Galley, along with Iguanodon, Caprasuchus, Leopleurodon, Megalania, and Megalodon, is slated to release in March/April. But is it Megalodon or is it Megalosaurus? I don't know how to read, I'm sorry. But all of these creatures, except for old Gigaface, are to be announced on release. Now, for March/April, we have Megaloceros for Mosasaurus. There was a release on February the 14th of 2025. It is crossplay approved, but it is not quite done yet, as there is the 3-step process that I talked about in a previous video. Now, Oviraptor is being sculpted along with the concept and model blackout. There's Parasaurolophus, which is being sculpted. Pachycephalosaurus is also being sculpted, and Pachyrhinosaurus is getting its model blackout. Now, dark orange for Plesiosaur/Elasmo, it is getting textured still, along with animations and dev kit setup. Now, Pteranodon is being sculpted, Quetzalcoatlus being sculpted, Smilodon being sculpted. I've seen all three. As a donator, you're going to love it. Trust. Terra Bird and Therizinosaurus are being textured, with Therizinosaurus being a secondary of importance. You'll love to see it. Is that all? Tyrannosaurus is nearly at the feature complete stage. You'll love to see it. And you have the woolly rhino, which is done being textured and is moving on to the next stages. Dung beetle has also been textured, but is now being rigged with the animations and everything. You'll love to see it. Dev kit setup as well. It's almost there, almost there. Now, moving on down to the Paleo Ark Evo plush, plus new species creatures, Achillobator, Bungar, and some other critters here. The concept for Achillobator is complete, but there's no model blackout or anything else. Bungar has concept, model blackout, sculpting, ret topology, and UVs, texturing, and rigging all completed. Now we are just waiting for animations and dev kit setup. Empyrosaurus is in the same boat, along with its rival, Litamahati, who are also dark orange, so that means they're of the utmost importance. I almost forgot, actually, Therizinosaurus is slated to release in May of this year. Woolly Rhino as well is slated to release in April/May of this year as well. And Dung Beetle is slated, who is of maximum importance, is slated to release in the first quarter of this year. Which, yeah, is still very, very exciting. So let's get hyped. Now, Chronosaurus is in the concept stage. Corythosaurus hasn't even been started yet. Diabloceratops is being sculpted with the ret topology and UVs being set up right now. Torosaurus has also not begun. But Obelisk Squid and our boy, Mr. What is his name? The Cryptocollitis is also at feature complete along with its taming food, so that's great. Saurian Dragon is getting its model blackout. Seismosaurus is being sculpted. Styracosaurus concept stage is in progress. Unitherium, I forget what that creature is. I'll have a picture of one on screen. Its concept, model blackout, and sculpting are well within progress. And finally, the secret stegosaur that no one has managed to guess so far. Its concept, model blackout, sculpting, ret topology, and UVs are done. Its rigging is done. The texturing, animation, and dev kit setup is not yet there. It's in the yellow stage. And that is all we have for this document. Super cool. Again, it's been a long time since we've actually been in this thing. But I did want to actually, give it some attention because, again, it's been a while, but also it's been updated quite a bit since the last time we looked at it. And I wanted to show anyone who's new what this looks like. But again, if you want to see the guide, here it is. And here's what each step of the process means one more time if you missed it the first time or you weren't paying attention. Here's what everything means. Again, go ahead and pause if you want to see any new information. And there we are with all of that. You'll love to see it. But I'll give you guys one last little look at the listing. Still a whole lot of red here, but honestly, it's filling in quick. I'm real excited to see some of these creatures. Even as a donator, I haven't seen all of these, but a lot of these I am super, super excited for. Even Teuthis here. Teuthis, excuse me, I can't speak right now. But Chronosaurus is another creature I'm excited for. Corythosaurus is going to replace Parasaurolophus as far as, early games is concerned. But that is everything we know for a fact for all the progress tracker. So let's swap back now to the regular recording stage and we'll go ahead and end off today's video. All right, my friends, that is it. That is it for everything for this video, everything that I had planned anyway. And it's been a while since we looked at the progress tracker, so I figured, what the heck. Now, Again, I can't emphasize this enough. If you want to see this stuff being produced in real time, become a donator. It's $5 a month, and you get to vote on stuff. You get to see this stuff as it's being crafted. And if I could bring up Evo Bronto and Evo Aloe for a second, I watched Clay draw Evo Aloe for quite some time. He put so much effort into that thing. And Evo Bronto, same thing. Becca talked about Clay's process on her YouTube stream today. How he crafts the musculature of the creature, all the detailed muscles and whatnot, then puts the skin on and everything else. I watched this man, Clay, craft this beautiful beast for a long time. Now, obviously I can't talk about everything that is in donators because, well, it's donators only, obviously. But I got to see some stuff being crafted. I got to take part in the whole Wasteland Giga thing. For that guy, Legacy Tyrannosaurus, all those stuff. I got to watch this stuff be crafted in real time. And it's super freaking cool. Now, there is even some stuff that even we donators aren't fully aware of just yet. But even so, it's super freaking cool. Now, we did just get some reveals not too long ago. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but we did get some stuff today that's really, really cool. And, I can't wait for the public to see it. Of course, once it hits Ark News, then I can talk about it. But as long as it's in sneak peeks, for donators, can't talk about it yet. Can't talk about it yet until it becomes public. Now, I did ask Debs, what's your timetable for this? And, the longest it's been, like, I think for Allosaurus specifically, we got it a week before you guys did. So I would say about a 1 week progress, or if he just feels like dropping that information randomly, then he's a lot like Scott Cawthon that way. If it's there, boom, there we go. But that is it for this video. I could waffle on about how great the donators are, but I've already done that in multiple other videos, so I'm not going to do it here. But I can't emphasize enough. If you want to see this stuff being crafted in real time, become a donator. Again, it's $5 a month, and you get to vote on things. You get to see the stuff be crafted in real time, and also bust your freaking gut laughing your butt off because holy cow, the Paleo team is hilarious to be around. And we actually have had a lot of fun conversations in there. If you want to jump in the VCs and listen to these guys craft. I've been watching Clay, and I want to collaborate with Myrmicolion on something. I'm just going to leave it at that. It is super cool. And again, you guys are going to lose your minds when you see it. I'm not going to say what it is, obviously, but if you want to see it, become a donator. And obviously, once becoming a donator, you obviously can't talk about anything they are exclusively publicly until it's public. That goes without saying, but it is super cool. And getting to see the stuff being crafted, I said it already, but I'll say it again here, is super cool. But yeah, that's it for this video. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy, subscribe if you're new, of course, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one.